Hello everyone, I'm Kingfisher22 and welcome to the first episode of the Wasteland Saga. Now we're starting things off here today at my island where I live with a couple group members over here. As you see, we've already built quite a bit around, including this bridge over to the mainland. However, over on this side of the island, we have no bridge connecting us to our PvP arena and our other friend that lives with us. So for today's episode, why not build a bridge? Now I've already started gathering some resources to build this bridge, including a bunch of scrap metal and pine logs. I'm thinking the best place to build it would probably be from this point to this point. Because if we want to drive a car or walk or anything, these are pretty level areas. And the gap isn't too bad. So first things first, we're going to need to find a nice flat spot to align this floor with. I think right here should be perfect. So now let's start building the bridge. Alright, now that we've gotten over here, we're going to make a floor and try to align it. So we're going to take the sheet metal floor, try to get it as close as possible. And I guess it doesn't really matter because we're going to use admin move to move this and align it. If you don't know, to use admin move, all you have to do is hit H, then F1, then F6. And you can move items inside other items by selecting it, hitting Control B, then Control N, and then those items are now aligned. So now we have this really well aligned floor with these roofs, and this is going to be the base for our bridge. Alright guys, now we finished putting these pillars in place. I think this actually looks pretty good, but I wanted something that looks better than pretty good. So if you see here, I got a couple pine plates that mark out the quarter waypoints between the bridge. And we're going to use these quarter waypoints to make almost like a suspension bridge. So first, we're going to have to move all of these pillars. So let's get into a time lapse. Well, I forgot to hit the record button. But I think you guys can see kind of what I was talking about doing with these pillars. But I think instead of moving them like this, there might be a better way to move them. Well, we ran out of scrap working on our bridge, so we gotta go buy some more. Alright, we made it over here to Sanctuary. I'm just gonna find the Mark NPC and purchase some scrap metal to finish our bridge. Let's see. Oh man, 140 caps per stack. Oh well. Buy all the scrap we can. Alright, we're back here at the island, and I started working on the bridge, trying to make these suspension cables out of these pipes here, which is what we needed the scrap metal for. And I think I found one that I like. I had to lower these pillars a little bit, but I think this is a great height and climb. And so now we gotta make, what are we gonna need, 7 more of these to complete the bridge. So let's get started with the time lapse. Alright, now that we got all the pillars and the cables in place, I think it's looking pretty good. I want to add a little bit more support though between these pillars here. So let's get started on that. Alright, so I'm thinking about taking these pillars, rotating them to make almost like an X shape. I think this will look really good. So we'll set that up there, place another one, hit Control B, Control N, and yeah, I think this will look good. Alright, I'm thinking this is looking pretty good, so now we just gotta do it 3 more times. Alright, so I copied the X to this side over here, and I added these little support beams here, which I kind of like. So now we need to build this over here, but I've been using this almost copy and pasting technique that I figured I'd show you guys because it's a good way to do a lot of builds like this where they're kind of repetitive and have similar shapes, and I'll show you guys how to do that. So to start out, you're going to need to place supplies. I'm going to click on whatever I want to copy, hit Control B, then hit this thing, hit Control N, and move over. I'm going to hold down Control. This is going to make it snap. So I'm going to move this over. How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do 8. Hit Control B, place another pillar, Control N, Control N, hold down Control, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to do that for all these parts here, and then paste it over here on this other side. Alright, so I've copied both of the X's and these little supports here all to over here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to left click and hold and drag and highlight all these items. And then I'm going to hover over this post, hit E, and then shift these around a little bit till they look good. Alright, then when it gets pretty close, we'll break off that. We'll go back to local, just touch up a few of these little areas, like so. And it all looks pretty good, except this one here. What happened here? Oh, I moved this pillar a little bit to the left, so it's not aligned. Let's move that back a little bit. Alright. So now just copy and paste it back over here pretty easily. And it looks almost identical to this one. Well, it certainly works like a bridge. Alright guys, I think that's going to do it for today's episode. If you want to join Mex's Wasteland server, the IP and port will be in the description below. Have a great day, everybody.